Hey, do you remember Nightmare Before Christmas Oogie's Revenge? The elusive sequel to the critically acclaimed Nightmare Before Christmas movie? Cause I didn't until I was scrolling online for Xbox games, saw it, and my mind exploded. Nightmare Before Christmas has become a widely favored movie everywhere for being a stop-motion masterpiece, having such a unique art style, and a soundtrack so addictive even Helen Keller would sing it.
Hello, Mrs. Keller. We're just gonna do a little run. I'll let you know so everything's okay. Ready? Ready. Okay. Maybe we can increase the tempo a little bit more.
Not only is it a holiday cult classic, but the popularity in merchandise is out of the wazoo, to the point it's a personality trait.
I really don't see a problem here.
But one side that Nightmare Before Christmas never really dipped its toes in were the gaming genre. There were really only a handful of games.
Well, I did say handful.
Aside from like 2 Kingdom Hearts levels, a Disney Infinity figure, a freaking Fortnite skin, and a Magic Kingdoms cameo, Nightmare Before Christmas doesn't have much street cred with video games. But there is one console game featuring Jared McSmellyman on the 6th generation that is a canonical sequel to the Nightmare Before Christmas series, that being Nightmare Before Christmas Oogies Revenge.
Holy shit, what?
So for this Christmas, I thought I would play a festive game that no one really remembers, because what describes Christmas better than Jack Skellington and family trauma? Oogies Revenge came out in 2005 that was produced by Capcom, which was Disney's side hoe whenever they wanted a game.
And Capcom has never really failed at ever making a great game. That I know of. Oh shit, is that bonkers?
But NBC's Oogies Revenge caught my attention this year because I faintly remembered playing it as a kid. So when I saw Jack's Green Goober, I had to check the game out for memory's sake and see if NBC's first ever console game is a hidden gem or an expensive doo-doo memorabilia. And what perfect timing then for the holidays, because NBC is still widely debated on whether it's a Christmas or a Halloween movie, to the point it's like religion.
Oh, hello, young lad. What is your opinion on Nightmare Before Christmas? Is it a Christmas movie or is it a Halloween movie? I think it's a Christmas movie. Please don't hurt me. Oh, no. Little one, it is okay. Your opinion is your opinion alone. Nothing can change that. Yeah. Execute him.
So with this being a sequel to NBC, the plot must be interesting. A year later after the movie, Jack got bored again for Halloween because I guess he forgot how his actions affected people in the movie, to the point the damn police, Air Force, and even Coast Guard had to explode his ass to learn a lesson. But Jack just pulled a nuh-uh, grabbed a green goober, and skedoodled out of town. So Lock, Shock, and Barrel jumped on this opportunity to revive Oogie, who immediately took revenge on Halloween Town, until Jack returns to witness what happened in his absence by the violent skeletons working for Oogie.
See, Jack Skellington doesn't really involve himself with the lower class skeletons, if you know what I mean. Yeah. He's just very bone cis. Long line, generational. Can't fault him.
But Jack soon discovers that Oogie wasn't just taking over Halloween, but all of the holidays. So it's up to him to stop Oogie and remember what's truly important to him again.
See, for this story, I just wrote the. But on the sequel, I wrote the with a period and some squiggly lines.
Nightmare Before Christmas Oogie's Revenge plot is entertaining, but it feels like such a nothing sandwich that just retreads the lessons from the movie.
Wanna see me run to that mountain and back? You wanna see me do it again?
I've noticed Disney is really tight when it comes to NBC. But when you exclaim that Oogie's Revenge is going to be a sequel, I was at least expecting an original plot than knowing Jack Skellington's last name could have been Benimble. What?
As of now, I will name my firstborn child Be Nimble Da Hops.
Tomorrow.
You.
It just felt like a lackluster plot, especially to an IP so rich for storytelling. If anything, I was surprised to see how many actors came back to reprise their role really well. Like Chris Sarandon for Jack, Ken Page for Oogie, and even Randy Crenshaw for Dr. Hyde.
See, this is why I love licensed games. You never know what you're gonna get, and it's honestly bonkers that this stuff happens. Oh shit, I said bonkers.
So when you think of Nightmare Before Christmas as a video game, what's the first genre that comes to mind? A. Platformer. B. Party game. C. Damn it, it's a hack and slash, isn't it? Oogies Revenge is an NBC take on a hack and slash adventure, where you use your green little goober to whip enemies into submission. See, I told you he's bone-cist. Okay, at the time, Capcom was bathing in the hack and slash market thanks to Devil May Cry, so I guess they wanted to make a tamer version with the singing boner because this is the most bare bones hack and slash, yet it's kind of fun. The green goober is the main artillery as it allows Jack to use it like a whip to spank enemies. He could even use it to grab enemies to slam them around. That is so much fun when you see one and you hit him with the... There isn't a ton of combat maneuvers with the green goober aside from upgrading it to give it a longer string, but Jack has a dodge that is both graceful like a swan and invincible like a roach.
So like, would it be a swanch or a cockswan? Cockswan. Cockswan. I don't know about that one, but I think I'm onto something.
Then you have two action classes at Jack's disposal with Pumpkin King, the heavy attack class, and Santa Jack, the status attack class. Pumpkin King is great to use when surrounded or you want to inflict raw damage, but at the cost of fire souls. That could be a bummer when you run out, so I learned to save for difficult moments, aka look up online for some cheat codes and abuse the shit out of those unlimited fire souls.
On the one hand, gold. On the other hand, painful, agonizing failure.
Then there's Santa Jack that just sucks ass. Because its main form of combat is to throw presents that's properties can either scare out of Oogie mode, stun, or freeze. But you literally have to wait for the damn present to execute because there is no button to trigger the present to attack, nor is it a proximity attack. That is so annoying when there are exclusively enemies that you have to use Santa Jack for, but I just yuck my present and I stick my good old thumb up my ass until the present triggers. Like, who thought for a hack and slash this would be a good idea?
Time to repent your sins.
If anything, the best aspect to Santa Jack was his protective present that came in clutch on the final boss when Oogie tried to clap my cheeks. Yet some small bumps that I had were the camera angles and lock-on system. Oogie's Revenge's got a fixed camera where you can't move it, but certain sections have a different angle so it works like in Resident Evil. I didn't find it horrible like most reviewers who turn primal when one pixel is off, but there are certain sections like the Hinterlands that is not only a stupid ass Zelda maze, but the camera doesn't really show you the different paths. So I just had to run around and hope that the fixed camera would show me all the perspectives.
Oh my god, where's my hand?
Oh, there it is. Oopsies. Meanwhile, the lock-on system for enemies is effective. It just only screwed me during the kids' boss fights when I needed to change targets, but it wouldn't let me. And to those that say I could have changed it manually, I did, and then I had a panic attack because I couldn't switch it to the other enemy, and I reverted that shit quickly.
Because change is the true scare of life.
Now the boss fights are where Oogie's Revenge challenges you to utilize all your bag of tools to get the upper hands in the fights.
Oh my god. Is that what sex is?
So Nightmare Before Christmas Oogie's Revenge is also a goddamn rhythm game that is exclusive to boss fights. Oh my god, I love this so much. During the fights you can build up musical notes that once you have enough, you could turn that fight into a rhythm game where Jack just swiggity swiggities on their ass. To take a musical movie and actually utilize that in a boss fight is so creative and inventive. That plays in hand with the fact that Oogie's Revenge even has abridged versions of songs from Nightmare Before Christmas. They basically took the same rhythm and tempo from the song, but sang lyrics that are more in tune with what is happening in this plot. It just truly shows how symbolic Nightmare Before Christmas music is, and Capcom made sure to approach Oogie's Revenge with that in mind. Especially the final fight against Oogie that is pretty easy for its first half until god damn he's thick.
Oogie Boogie, more like Big Booty Judy, god damn!
But when the cards were down and the going got tough, Jack Humanton pulled out the good old dancing song song, and this right here is what makes a climactic fight a climactic fight. Get this shit out of here, Avengers Endgame. You need Jack Me Boy dancing on the field. My only issue with the music was how overplayed a song will be until your ears commit suicide. Especially This Is Halloween that plays every time you get into a fight. That I was an avid enjoyer like any other, but after the 50th time hearing it, I think I grew a disability.
Yeah, let me get him.
Oogies Revenge goes by a mission system, so you're given a task and you just have to complete it so that the next chapter starts to get closer to your goal. I like this chapter system because it helps keep you on track while still giving you freedom to explore the open world. But holy crap, the residential area missions was a soul robber.
Eh, do you get it? It's a pun on the weapon. Oh, wait, I just realized I've been saying green goober, so this joke would not make any sense. It would go straight over your head. Oh no. New joke. Look at my hand. Do you see a highly realistic PNG squirrel? Ooh.
It encapsulates everything annoying in this game with having to use a weapon that sucks, finding all the bats that are finicky to the lock-on system, and then you have to climb a tower that one slit makes you start again. Oh my god, where is my medicine? I think I may be dying. Aside from that, I enjoyed how Capcom just added depth to the locales from the movie, because if there's another aspect NBC excels in, it's that grim art style that Tim Burton is known for. Like, I hate the town, but damned if I do, I didn't enjoy the look of it. Like, having guillotines just casually swinging works in a game and story sense.
Imagine like walking down the street just to go get groceries, and then all of a sudden you're not paying attention and just whoop, there goes Jim.
Then we have Christmas Land that is bright and vibrant that contrasts that dark Halloween town just like in the movie. It was a short and sweet area with you just having to save Mr. Adam Sandler Claus once again from Oogie.
But there's your evidence that this is totally a Christmas game. And if you thought I lied, well, let's play with this. Look to your left. Do you see anything? No, because I lied.
NBC's Oogies Revenge is particular to say, for it has its pros and cons. Neither is heavier than the other, but neither will benefit my depression. When you look at the reception, it's quite low. But when you look at the price, it's quite high. Oogies Revenge is a good licensed game that still plays into NBC's lore, so if you're a Nightmare Before Christmas fan, I would recommend it for its simplistic gameplay, that good old Tim Burton art style, and a phenomenally beautiful soundtrack. But it is not worth the price tag today because of its lackluster story, and it also being a repetitive baby's first hack and slash.
So if you had a way to play it in a particular method, I would give it a shot.
Just so you can experience an NBC game for the first time and cross that off the good old bucket list. Because I swear, like 3 out of 10 people would even know what Nightmare Before Christmas Oogies Revenge is.
Hey, do you remember Oogies Revenge? Do you remember Oogies Revenge? Do you remember Oogies Revenge?
Nah, man, but have you ever heard of Bonkers?
Bonkers?